Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our ISKCON Bulla official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam 10th canto, 25th chapter, text 32 onwards. So from 29 to 33, these 5 verses describes Brajavasis and Devas congratulate Krishna for this wonderful feat. Shankha Dundu Vayonedu Divi Deva Prasidita Jagur Gandharva Patayas Tumburu Pramukhanupa. It means that, my dear Parikshit, the demigods in heaven resoundingly played their concerts and kettle drums, and the best of the Govardhan Gandharvas, led by Tumburu, began to sing. So, Jiva Goswami Laghu Vaishnava Tosan says, the instruments are played skillfully and amazingly by the devatas, or the instruments are played by the musicians inspired by the dancing and singing. Divi is mentioned twice to indicate that the devatas in heaven were not afraid of Indra by acting in this way. Shukadev calls to Parikshit out of bliss, or to indicate that the king also celebrates in this way. So, next verse. There are long purports by other commentators, but I don't like to speak in detail. So I would like to speak the next verse, that is verse 33. Tato anuraktehi pasupehi parisristo rajan sugashtam sravalo abrajat dharihi तथा विधानी अस्य कृतानि गोपिका गायन्त्य यूर मुदिता हृदि स्पृशः. Surrounded by his loving cowherd boyfriends and Lord Balaram, Krishna then went up to the place where he had been tending his cows. The cowherd girls returned to their homes, singing joyfully about the lifting of Govardhan hill and other glorious deeds performed by Lord Krishna, who had so deeply touched their hearts. So in the purport, disciples of Srila Prabhupada Maharaj say, before returning to their homes, the gopis shared intimate association with the lover, Sri Krishna, by exchanging nectar and secret glances. Ordinarily, they couldn't publicly talk about Krishna since they were chaste young girls in a religious village, but now they took advantage of this wonderful exhibition by the Lord and freely sang of his beautiful qualities. It is natural that a young man wants to do something wonderful in the presence of a beautiful young girl. The gopis were the most beautiful and pure-hearted young girls, and Sri Krishna performed the most wonderful activities in their presence. Thus he entered deep within their tender hearts, enlivening their eternal devotion to him. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur Saraswati Sindhika says that while Krishna was lifting over the hill, Radha and other beloved gopis, unnoticed by others, were intimately associating with him by exchanging secret glances from a distance. While returning to their homes, the gopis lovingly sang about Krishna's pastimes. It should be understood that the gopis had the ability to immediately compose songs about Krishna's pastimes. Gopika Hridisprisa can mean the gopis who touched Krishna in their prema-filled hearts, or who always meditated on Krishna, or it can mean some very dear gopis whom Krishna embraced to his chest or in his mind. This phrase describes a quality of Krishna. In this way, this chapter is closed. There are so many purports also in this verse. I would like to speaking from Laghu Vaishnava Tosani, Srila Jiva Goswami. After great joy, as if singing, Shukadev describes their entrance into Braja. He was surrounded completely by the cowherds since they were attracted to him. He who lifted Govardhan to protect Braja came to his house. Instead of Sa Gostam, sometimes Sho Gostam is seen. He entered his own house, that of Nanda, within the village. Out of bliss, everyone went to his house. He is called Hari because he took away the suffering of Raja caused by Indra's pride, and because he was most attractive in performing his pastimes, all the gopis became joyful. They were able to skillfully compose songs at that moment. Sanatana Goswami in Brihad Vaishnava Toshani says, Krishna's entrance into the village while the gopis sang is described. They were surrounded by the cowherd boys, cowherd because they by nature had great affection for him. Cowherds includes others, everyone living in Braja, for he was the life of Braja. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam, 10th canto, 25th chapter, text 22. It was described that the servants and priests also had entered the hall. O king, Sukadeva calls for the attention of Parikshit, who was bewildered by great joy. Krishna, son Rajan, surrounded by the others affectionately. Sa indicates he who held up Govardhan to protect Braja, or he whose face was seen by the gopis for 7 days continuously, or he who is the Lord of your life, for Parikshit. He was with Balaram, Shabala, and holding hands or exchanging affection. Out of fear of the rain, everyone had come close to Krishna, who was in the center in order to hold up Govardhan. Now with them, he went back to Braja. One version has Swagostam and another as Sugostam. Giving up other residences at Govardhan, Krishna entered his residence at Nanda's place. He was surrounded by the cowherds. They came with him in great joy. He had taken away Indra's pride and the suffering of the people and attracted everyone with pastimes. He gave even more happiness to the gopis. They were overjoyed by singing about the activities of Krishna, who attracts everyone's heart. After seeing his sweet pastimes, or they were overjoyed by the nature of the singing, or they were overjoyed by singing about activities which were indescribable. Kritani is in the plural, though it refers to one event, lifting Govardhan, out of respect. So I like to speak a little from Gopal Champu. There it is said that Purva 3:1888, Sukadeva has described the inhabitants after coming out of the hole, and the cowherd women presented water mixed with yogurt and rice as a token of honor. O Nanda, you have given birth to a son who lifted the mountain to protect his relatives and who crossed Indra's pride from far off without destroying him. In lifting the mountain, Krishna showed his superiority not to just one person, but attained the highest position among you and the universe. So in Purva 3:1889, it is said, after the story was told, the people, as previously, left to do their duties. The sun, following Krishna, played till sunset, and the two reciters again were in the assembly of Sakhis at night. So first, Snigdha spoke to Radha, the supreme benefactor. Though the pastimes of you and Krishna are few, they are extensive, O Radha. Those pastimes most subtle and extensive cannot be analyzed. To make the work smaller, we are abbreviating the pastimes. Among poets, we are ras, but by manifesting intelligence, the pastimes will be largely understood. He then said to his brother, O respectable brother, ideal speaker, please listen again. Not only did Krishna reveal the sacrifice for Govardhan, but did it for testing the moon like faces of Radha and other gopis. When he expanded the ingredients of the sacrifice, the gopis accepted the ingredients such as ornaments. When all the lamps were lit, Krishna and the gopis were able to see each other from concealed places. When he began the festival of Govardhan, the gopis began a festival of desiring to see him. When the women became blissful at the sacrifice of Govardhan, the gopis became joyful, understanding that they would definitely see Krishna. In this way, some things are there in the Gopal Champu. But I would like to stop here with a request to subscribe, share and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare